Happy Manga Monday. Today I'm going to be talking about, I think the English translation is Bender Yankee School. They're trying to take my first time. This is considered to be a gender bender, a comedy, kind of romance, and smut, so there is sex in it. There is also rape in it and attempted rape. I hate to say it, but this is like one of the mangas where the male lead rapes the other male lead slash female lead, and it's I hate these kind of manga. It's like one of the main characters rapes the other character, and then it's like that's their way of showing love. I don't know. It's weird. It's like it doesn't make any sense to me. If you get raped, no one's like, "Oh, you raped me, so I like you now." It doesn't make sense. But for some reason, in the manga world, a lot of people do it, or not a lot, but there are people who do that. So what happens is we have our main male character, whose name is Tora, I think, and what he wants to do is he wants to beat up like the top dog of the school, and this dude is like ripped and has never been beat, so he's like gonna go and fight this guy. One of his two best friends give him a juice to drink beforehand, and when he drinks it, he turns into a girl. And he's at the meeting place where he's supposed to fight this top dog dude, and the guy falls in love with him because he's a beautiful chick now. The top dog's name, our main male character, is Ryuhi, I think, and that's the guy who like rapes the now girl, right? And he rapes her because he loves her at first sight and wants her to be his. Okay. So when Toru drinks that drink and now he can't turn back into a boy, he goes by the name of Torako? I think it's Torako. And his friends just like they're not okay with him being a girl necessarily, but they're perfectly fine with him being a girl. Like, they're still like his best buds. They love him. They just think he's attractive now. And his dad is just like, "Oh, you turned into a girl? Okay." It's just like he doesn't even care. It's like all good. So far, like, this guy, or now girl, now our main female character, she's trying to get back into her boy form. So she goes to the company that made the drink, and the CEO or the scientist, like the top guy, he's the one who produced it because he's pretty much like a playboy, and he's tired of having sex as a man. So he made the drink so he himself could turn into a woman for a while and see what it's like to have sex as a woman. Which, it's fine. It is a really funny manga, and I like that part about it. I just don't like the fact that, like, the main male character is like, or the second main male character is like, "Well, I'm gonna rape you, you'll be mine, and you'll love me forever." And he just, like, he very blatantly is like, "No, I want to get you pregnant, so you're stuck with me." Like, oh, God, it's just like, Jesus, boy, calm down. Anyway, so she's able to find the guy who makes the juice so she can hopefully go back into her male form. But instead, he's, like, giving her other juices to try. So she'll, like, turn into a cat, or she'll go into heat. Like, in one of the chapters, she, like, legit had, like, a tail and ears and was just cruising around. So it is comical. There is a lot of sex in there. But at the same time, like I said, I don't like the rape stuff. Like, I just think that's a very distasteful way to start a relationship. But after that, like, our main female character, who was a male, does start to have feelings for him. At the same time, she wants to still beat him up just to prove that she can, and that's why she wants to go into her guy form. But at the same time, she doesn't want to be found out that she was a dude, because she's worried that he will leave her, because they're kind of dating now. It's kind of weird and complicated. And the main male character, Ryui, he does, like, legit like her now. he is thinking about like their future and getting married and having babies, and he takes care of her, like, because she gets into trouble, right? It's like she gets freaking kidnapped, and these guys are about to rape her, and he saves her. And then when she goes into heat, this other dude doesn't force himself on her, but because she's in heat, she's like basically crawling up on him and being like, help me, I need to feel release. And he's like, I'm a holy man, but how could I deny a female who needs my help? It's like, it's great, but at the same time, you're like, oh. So Ryuhi, he comes in and saves her then too. So it's strange because their relationship doesn't start out like the most wholesome and the most best way, but you see later on in further chapters that he like legitimately likes her and wants to be with her, but at the same time he does shit that is not healthy in normal relationships. So I hope younger people aren't reading this and being like, oh well, he raped her and then she started liking him, so maybe that'll work for me. It don't work. Don't do that shit. That's bad. Like I said, there is a lot of sex scenes, so this is definitely not meant for minors or young people, whatever. But it's not finished. There's, to my knowledge, about 40 chapters, maybe more. I'm 20 some chapters in. I would recommend it if you have the time. Just be prepared. I already gave trigger warnings that there's stuff that goes down that might affect people mentally and emotionally. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. If you have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. Bye, everyone.